And I'm not the only one having technical issues today. It's thankful. Thanks, Pluto retrograde. Anytime we have a planet go retrograde, um, we always experience technical difficulties because the retrograde uh, is actually part of messing up the technological things. So if anybody else has been getting dropped calls or weird echoes in your phone or texts showing up 3 hours late, it's not your service carrier. It's the cosmos. So we want to welcome everybody that may be watching this live and or a replay on Facebook. We're thankful and grateful for everyone. Right now, we just want to shake it out. If you can see me over here, my arms are flapping around. Think about the balloon in the parking lot that you drive up to and you see it just going, ha, ha, ha. Just shake yourself out, shake off all of the cares and concerns and worries and any of those things that you may have brought in to the circle today. Just check them out, shake them out. Start with your toes and wiggle your toes wherever you are. If you are driving, stay mindful of your driving, but just put some energy and focus in on those toes and wiggle them, and then see that energy go to your arches and push the energy up and around through your heels and up through your ankles and calves and knees, and just become aware of all of those areas as we stop by there, and into your thighs and in and around your hips and into that root chakra and up and into that sacral chakra and up and into that solar plexus chakra, and feel everything around there, your stomach area, ribs, everything up into your heart chakra. Feel the magnificence of your breastplate area and your chest cavity, and up into that throat chakra, and up around your teeth and nose and eyes into that third eye chakra, and up and through and out of your crown chakra. Just become mindful of every little area, your fingertips, your palms, your wrists, your elbows. Just become mindful. Be mindful of your breath. We're going to start out with just some regular deep breaths. We're going to breathe in deeply through our nose. There's no real count to it. Just breathe in as slow as you can, but fill your lungs up as deep as you can. Hold it briefly and then push it all the way out. We're going to do 5 of those. Do them on your own. I will allow the time for all of us to get through them, but just in through your nose, take a full deep breath, fill up your lungs all the way, hold it, and then release. Let's do 5 of those. And then shake it out. When you get done, shake it. Just stretch it out. Just shake it. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Now we're going to start at your toes area. So put your focus and your energy and your attention in the tips of your toes. Begin to wiggle them and acknowledge that your energy and your focus is right there at your toes. Now push that energy and that focus up through to your arches and leave it there. Feel them being energized. Now push that energy through the rest of your foot and around the bottom of your heel and up through your heel into your ankles and leave it there. Now push that energy up into your calves and leave it there. Push that energy and your attention up into your knees and leave it there. Push that energy and attention into your thighs and leave it there. Push that energy and your attention and your focus into and around your hips, into your root chakra, and leave it there. Push that energy and that attention and your focus into your sacral chakra and leave it there. Push your energy and your attention and your focus into your solar plexus chakra and leave it there. Push that energy and tension and focus into your heart chakra and leave it there. Push that energy up into your throat chakra and leave it there. Push that energy and attention and focus into your third eye chakra and leave it there. Now push that energy and attention and focus into your crown chakra and leave it there. Becoming mindful of our breath, becoming mindful of our space. With gratitude, we are entering into a collective circle. Now we will start to breathe on purpose. So we will take deep breath on a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the 5 count. We will hold it for a 5 count. And then we will release on at least a 5 count. But the release is more of pushing all of that air out of your lungs. So we're going to breathe in on a 5, hold it for 5, and then release all the way out. So hearts and minds clear with that attention and energy and focus still at the top in your crown chakra. Breathe in, inspiration. Hold. And release procrastination. Push it all out, all the way. Push all of it out. Breathe in courage. Hold. And release fear. Push all that fear out. You bad. We bad on this call. Breathe in motivation. Hold. And release perfect imperfection. You're good enough. Your stuff is good enough. You're ready to go right where you are with everything you got. Last one. Breathe in positive energy. Hold. And release positive action and effort. Energize yourself. Energize yourself. Returning your focus to your crown chakra where your energy and focus is still there. We're going to move to our 7-7-7-7 breath work, where we'll breathe in on a 7 count. We will hold it for a 7 count. We'll breathe out on a 7 count, and we will hold that for a 7 count, keeping your energy and your attention focused on your crown chakra. Hearts and minds clear. Breathe in your creativity. Hold your consciousness. Breathe out your confidence. and hold your commerce. Breathe in your prosperity. Hold your purpose. Breathe out your profitability. And hold your positive production. Breathe in your commitment. Hold your consistency. Breathe out your compassion. And hold your curiosity. Now, as you ease into mindful and purposeful breathing, be mindful of your breath. Keep it syncopated and keep it on a cadence. And I want you to return your attention and your focus to that crown chakra. Above that crown chakra, in your mind's eye view, you should see a light. Doesn't matter what color that light is, you should see a light. If you don't see a light, imagine that one is there. Reach up in your mind's eye with your hands and connect with the light. Feel the vibration of the light. Feel the frequency of the light. Become one with the frequency and one with the vibration of the light. Hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Now, with your hands attached to the light, pull that light down to where it is covering your crown chakra. Pull the light down to where it is covering up right to the top portion of your forehead and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Now, pull that light down a little further. Pull that light down to where it is covering up your third eye chakra. Pull the light down to where it is right above your eyebrow area and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Now, pull that light down even further. Pull the light down over your eyes, over your nose, over your teeth, and let it reside where it is covering up your throat chakra. Pull that light all the way down to where it is at the base of your neck and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out, and hold. Now, as you push the light down further, push it down to where it is covering up your heart chakra. Push that light down to where it is in the middle of your breastplate area and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Now push that light down even further. Push the light down to where it is covering up your solar plexus chakra. Push the light down all the way until it's covering the top portion of your stomach area and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Now push that light down even further. Push that light down to where it is covering up your sacral chakra. Push the light down to where it is covering up your entire stomach region and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Now push that light down even further. Push the light down to where it is covering up your root chakra. Push that light all the way down to where it is covering everything until the top of your thighs and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Now push that light down even further. Push that light down into your thighs. Push it down into your knees. Push that light down into your calves and through your Achilles and around your ankles and down and around your heel, and push it through your arches and push that light all the way to the tips of your toes and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. And as you see yourself in your mind's eye, all illuminated and pulsating, begin to expand the light out from your body. Expand the light out until it becomes one in your mind's eye view, and then one with the universe, and then one universe. Now, exactly as we did with the light, do with your body. Expand out your body until it becomes one with your mind's eye view, one with the light, one with the universe, and then one universe. Hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. and hold. Enjoy your experience. Become one universe. Merge it all together. Welcome to the fourth level of awareness, where you're in your own personal manifestation vault. Whatever it is that comes towards you, that flies to you, that shines at you, whatever it is you can gather, those are all for you to manifest. Start to pick up things and pull them into your heart chakra. There's not too many that you can get. You can take as many as you want. Just deposit each one into that heart chakra. Yes. Feel them coming in. Embrace them. Shove them all into your heart chakra. Now, with your mind's eye view, take your left hand and put it on your right shoulder. Take your right hand and put it on your heart chakra. Hold that there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Feel your manifestations taking seed. Feel them taking root. Feel them gaining momentum. Feel them being empowered by your heart chakra. Just revel in that. Float in that. Bask in that. Now, as we bring our awareness back to the now, contract the light. Contract your body until they are one and whole and full of light again. And concentrate and focus your attention on the light that's at the tip of your toes. Put your focus and your energy and your attention at the tip of your toes and begin to push that light through your toes. Push that light through your arches and through the rest of your feet. Push it around and up through your heel into your ankles. Push that light up into your calves. Push your energy and attention and light up into your knees. Push that energy and attention and light up into your thighs. Push that energy and attention and light up and around and through your hips into your root chakra. Push that light and energy and attention into your sacral chakra. Push that light and energy and attention into your solar plexus chakra. Push that light and energy and attention into your heart chakra and pick up all of your manifestations and hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. Push your energy and attention and light and empowered manifestations up into your throat chakra. Push your energy and attention and light and empowered manifestations around your chin and teeth and nose and eyes and into your third eye chakra. Push your energy and attention and light and manifestations into and out of your crown chakra and let it illuminate your mind's eye view like the stars. Hold it there. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And hold. And as we come back to the now, begin to rub your hands together to seal in all of the goodness and the cosmic soul energy we've just accumulated. And start with those same 5 breaths. We're going to end with the same 5 breaths we started with. There's no time and there's no purpose to them. Just breathe in, fill your lungs all the way, hold it, and release. Continue rubbing your hands together. And as we begin to become aware of our surroundings and those things going on in our immediate environment and coming back to the now, we're grateful and thankful. And we are back to On the Sevens with Pfeiffer's Beat Metatron. I am thankful and grateful for being here. I'm your host. One of my lines is from Beetlejuice. I'm the hostess with the mostest. And I'm grateful to be here. I'm going to turn this music off over here and I'm going to open up the lines and open it up to anyone who would like to share anything that may have come up during the meditation and or how you have been dealing with the cosmic energy since the full moon. Floor is open.
Hi, it's Lemon. I've been doing a lot of writing, and I just had a Reiki session before I came where I am now, unexpectedly. So what I was seeing during the breathing exercises was basically like I can see things that I've been able to see before, but I could remember how I did it.
Absolutely.
And now it's like, now when I instantly close my eyes, I can feel it and recall it and it comes back.
Absolutely. This exercise that I take us through, it is the one that I do for myself every morning, and it is much longer than it is that I do on this call. I do that for time constraints, but I suggest that every step and every stopping point that I stop at, do each one of those for 7 minutes, and your experience and the things that you gather and what you experience will magnify tremendously. Thank you for that. Anybody else?
I don't have like a deep experience, but for some reason, for myself as well, I have been writing a lot too. I found in one day that I had like literally 4 or 5 separate journal entries.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Right.
yeah, interesting.
Well, I want to explain to us why There's been craziness in the energy, and some of us have been anxious, some have been bravado, some have been worried. It's We're creeping slowly towards eclipse season. Eclipse season is the mark of fate and karma, and uh soulmates and soul matches and things that are supposed to happen. They come in this back to back to back to back. None of us will be able to take a step without stepping into some form of karma or fate, especially once the eclipse season starts later on in the month. So, and on the back of the Scorpio new moon, we have been, because of the intensity of the Scorpio new moon, a lot of us were thrown off stride after that new moon. I can laugh about it now, but I lost a whole day. When I woke up Wednesday morning, I just knew it was Thursday, and I was discombobulated until, to be honest, until about yesterday afternoon, after the full moon entire period lifted early yesterday morning. So I know if you want to make sense about what has been going on, especially this week, why you've been up and down emotionally, why things have been the way that, why your coworkers looking at you funny, why people cutting you off on the road is cosmic. It's been going on. Plus, Pluto went retrograde the day after the full moon, so Pluto, the planet of transformation. So all of the subtle transformations that have happened in each one of our lives over the past 6 months, 6 to 18 months, are starting to manifest, and there's nothing we can do about them. These are things that we all have secretly and or openly affirmed or opined for, and especially look back to what your affirmations were and what your intentions were at the last eclipse, at the last equinox, at the last solstice. And if you look at those three, the last eclipse season, last equinox, last solstice, and look at your affirmations, you can get a very good idea about what is getting ready to manifest in your experience. So there's some good things coming. May is a very, very, very great month. It has universal. It has 5 energy. It is free and breezy and bright. No hangups in May. No bravado. May is just, it is what it is. May is cool and calm and collected. And the first couple of days of May, it would behoove each of us to declutter our lives, declutter our existences. And I'm talking on the, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, intellectually, financially, and sexually, all across the board. It's time to declutter. As we are moving into eclipse season and fate and karma season, we only have room for those things that are on their way. Our stuff has already been dispatched. So if something else, someone else, if there is a situation, association, or endeavor that is currently occupying a space in your life that something has already been dispatched to fill, guess what? They're going away. And it would behoove us all to not resist the endings and completions that we're facing that come up right now, especially these first 2 weeks, as those are really moving things out of the way so that the better thing and the thing that aligns with your highest good and aligns with your soul can come and fit nicely with ease and grace into that space. So I encourage all of us to take the time these first couple of days of May and just do a mental, physical, just do a decluttering, just do a house cleaning on all levels, do a spiritual house cleaning. Things that are not serving you spiritually no more, let them go. Physically, same way. Mentally, those things you think about and those things that you keep your mind focused on, if they're not benefiting your highest good or making you some money, let them go. All the way down the line, all the way down the line. Anybody got anything they want to add to that? I know I got a couple of astrologers on here, so any other astrologer want to share what their overall theme or vibe of May is going to be?
Well, it's eclipse season, so that's definitely it. Then Mercury retrograde about to come up.
Yep.
And
Oh, we're gonna
Pluto
get to that. Yeah, we're gonna get to the
yeah.
retrogrades. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and we've gone through the disseminating moon phase, so it's like you ain't got no choice really but to release things that's no longer serving you. And with the moon going through this part, going into Aquarius, like Aquarius is like now,
Yeah.
like that thing now, and whatever it is you need to know needs to go. You're gonna know.
Absolutely.
If you didn't know, you will know.
Absolutely.
The star gonna be shining on that one.
Absolutely. Thank you much. Anybody else? All right. Well, we're gonna push on. The month starts out with Mercury trining retrograde Pluto tomorrow, and this repeats on the 6th. So be ready, for some transformative conversations. Be ready for some old conversations that weren't resolved. Pluto retrograde, yeah. Mercury, the trine is going to be really, really powerful. However, on the beneficial side, this Mercury trine and Pluto retrograde is bringing intelligence and invention to all of our ideas. So if any of us have had any type of project or any type of business or any type of idea that has been stagnated or stalled, or you just couldn't find any headway or couldn't get it going good, these first couple of days, this first week of May, would be a very good time for you to revisit that thing, revisit that entrepreneurial idea, revisit that book idea, revisit that money-making idea, revisit a project, revisit anything that has been stalled or recently knocked off its tracks. This first 7 days of May is very, very good for infusing intellect into it and infusing invention. Invention will get you discovered, and intellect will put you on a solid foundation. So tap into that right now. All of us who have any of those things, even if you got something that's working right now, if your website is working, if everything is going groovy and smooth, tap in even more and give even more intelligence and more invention to the ideas that are working. This doesn't have anything to do with anything that's stalled. Anything that you want to jumpstart, anything that you want to set apart from anybody else, anything that you want to be recognized or noticed for, first 7 days of May, pour some power, pour some attention, pour some of your focus and of course your ambition and your effort into it, and your manifestations will start to come through as early as the eclipse and as late as the equinox. Mercury and Venus, they both shift into Gemini on the 6th. It's bringing very positive results for love and money. Normally there's an old adage, you shouldn't mix love and money. I don't know why people do it all the time. And one doesn't have a detrimental effect on the other. Contrary to popular belief, folks say, money will be the number one issue for folks to bust up, but they have issues way before they have money issues. So the money issue could be the last straw. But this is a very, very opportune time for love and money. And the love that I'm talking about, yeah, it could be intimate love, it could be love of a pursuit, love of a concept, love of a new story, love of any. So it's love on all facets. And yes, it does include intimate love and money that you attract to yourself, income streams. There's a few. When I get into the particulars for the natives and the highlights for each native, each sign, there's a few things that are coming through for individual or specific signs. But just know that overall, for the good of humanity, for all of humanity, when Mercury and Venus shift into Gemini on the 6th, is bringing very positive results for love and money. Watch for too much gooey love. Love is cool, and everybody needs love, everybody wants love, everybody desires love. That gooey, oh my God, where they just pour it out on you. Just watch for that. Now, if you like that, then it's gonna be a whole lot of gooey love flowing around. If you don't like it, it's not a bad thing. You just know that that's going to be the vibration around the 6th and the 7th and the 8th. Watch out for too much gooey if it makes you uncomfortable or anything like that. However, embrace all of the love, wherever it comes from. This is a time to embrace the love, not reject anything that's going to soften you, anything that's going to allow you to show appreciation, anything that's going to allow you to consider the other side. Embrace all of the love through the weekend, through the 8th and 9th. The Taurus new moon arrives on May 11th. This is a no nonsense opportunity for fresh starts. And what I mean by no nonsense opportunities is no more excuses. Hello, I'm talking to myself too. No more procrastination. No more, I'm not good enough. No more, I don't have the right computer. No more, I need another this. No more, if I had this. No more, well, it's just not ready. It's almost ready. No more, if I could. No more, I should. No more, I will. It's I am at the Taurus new moon that arrives on the 11th. No nonsense opportunities for fresh starts. Now, if you don't want a fresh start, just hold on to your procrastination, hold on to your fear, hold on to your doubt, and hold on to that perfect imperfection.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
It's really interesting that you say that, because these last few days, like, one of the things that is coming up for me is the universe is really making me pay attention to the things that I say to myself.
Absolutely.
And I mean, like, that's where a lot of the writing has been coming from. And
Absolutely.
so, also forgiveness has been another thing that's been like super big for me. Something I've been kind of putting off, but like even like reading cards, like that card keeps coming up for me. And then yesterday I finally called my sister, and we had that conversation that needed to happen. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but I knew I couldn't keep putting it off. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's important. It really is important on an overall healing mission, that whatever it is that each one of us has in our life that we want to put off until the right time, or put off until the time is better, or not today, no, now is the time to stop putting off whatever it is. Face it, confront it. Things never end up as bad as we think they're going to be. We're like, oh, I don't want to talk to them because we're going to go left. No, things hardly ever turn out as bad as we think there will be. And they most of the time turn out much better than we thought they would be. So take this opportunity, these first couple of weeks of May, and do those things, and be no nonsense about the opportunities for fresh starts. Fresh starts in relationship, fresh starts in family, fresh starts communication, fresh starts all across the board. all across the board. The very same day, a couple hours later, Mars and Uranus sextile. With that comes an overflow of authenticity. We'll get to the innovation part in a minute. I want to stop at the authenticity. Right now in society, we have a lot of folks. We have some people who are standing up and speaking their truth, and then we have a bunch of people who are standing up and talking out of the side of their neck. They're not being authentic. They are regurgitating emotional rhetoric from one side or the other, or from one source or the other, and it's not an authentic expression of what they really feel. They're just repeating something that sounds good to the crowd. What's coming at this new moon? No nonsense opportunities for fresh starts, and at Mars Uranus sextile, which means everybody's gonna be authentic. So what we have been hearing, and the rhetoric and the things that we have been hearing that have been giant bloviations and giant mischaracterizations of the truth, all of that, all them shenanigans getting ready to get cut short with this new moon. Because the no nonsense opportunities for fresh starts means you got to come clean, man. You got to come clean first with yourself, then with everybody else. If you can't be honest with yourself, if you can't be clean with yourself, if you can't be authentic with yourself, you damn sure can't be authentic, honest, and clean with nobody else. That's what this Taurus new moon and the Mars Uranus sextile on the same day are all about. It's going to be we're going to be overflowing with authenticity and innovation. Now, those of us that have been standing and speaking our truth for years, ain't going to be no difference for us. Those that haven't, it's going to be a big difference. Big difference. Be prepared. Be prepared. If you know in yourself, soul self, that maybe you haven't been standing on your truth or speaking your truth, or maybe you just haven't done it enough, know that at the new moon on the 11th, yeah, you figuring to get energized, and you getting ready to get hit with a shot of courage. You know how you get when anybody drink on here and you have something you want to say to somebody, but you won't say it, but you get 2 drinks in you and you say that and everything else you wanted to say? Yeah, that's what's happening at this new moon. Except it's no alcohol, so you ain't going to forget it, and you're not going to have no hangover the next morning. But you're going to have that same courage, that same authenticity. You're going to say what you have to say. Be mindful that others are going to be saying what they have to say as well. So prepare yourself not only to be able to say and stand on your truth, but to be able to receive somebody else's truth, especially how it's concerning to you. This is the beginning of opening up of healing dialogue. It's the very beginning of opening up the healing dialogue. How do you heal a wound? You first got to get wounded. If you ain't wounded, ain't no healing. So the first part of healing is, the painful shit, the wound. Well, that's what this Mars Uranus sextile is going to do, is going to give us the authenticity to rip them wounds open so that real healing can take place. There's gonna be a lot of innovation. So expect in your own life, expect for you to come up with new ways of resolving old issues, and expect some breakthroughs in technology and science and medicine and all sorts of things. It's a really, really progressive month. On the 13th, Jupiter enters Pisces, which is going to encourage all of us to be extra caring, compassionate, and considerate. Now, with everything that's going on and all of the rhetoric and all of the emotions and all of the fear and all of this and all of that that's going on, folks, there is a stream of people that are either really caring, or there's a stream of people who don't give a fuck. And there's nobody in between. Either you're over here, you care, or you don't care over here. Well, this Jupiter entering Pisces is going to make all of us come right back into the middle so that we can be more extra caring and compassionate and considerate of someone else. This is the time of year when all of us will be less detrimentally selfish. There is detrimental selfishness, and then there is beneficial selfishness. I'm not talking about the beneficial selfishness. I extol everybody to stay beneficially selfish to yourself. But there's detrimental selfishness, and that's going to get wiped away when Jupiter enters Pisces on May 13th. So it'll allow all of us to be extra caring, compassionate, and considerate, especially for the other guy's story. Still going to stand on your truth. You're going to hold on to your stances, but you'll be less combative and less defensive and more compassionate and caring and considerate. On the heels of that, we have a can-do frame of mind, Sun Pluto trine that happens on the 17th, followed by a very optimistic Venus Saturn trine 2 days later on the 19th. What we really, really, really need to look forward to is positive personal transformation. I mean, the type of transformation that could take you from scraping your butt across the ground to not living in the penthouse, owning the whole complex. That's how fast something could happen right now in this can-do frame of mind, Sun Pluto trine. And then the Venus Saturn trine that happens 2 days later. Positive personal transformation on all levels: spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, financial, and sexual and or interpersonal. All levels of positive personal transformation will take place. I want to piggyback on what Lemon said. These transformations that are going on in this month, and especially at and around and preceding into the eclipse, ain't nothing we can do. They gonna happen. They are going to happen. All of them are beneficial. Some of them hurt. Some of them are going to pull you either away from family members, either away from people you love, either away from things you used to love, and away from things you used to associate with, or they're going to push you permanently away. See, there's two parts of being away. There's that initial step away when you be across the street from them people or associations or things that you want to leave. You kind of turn your back, but you can still hear the party going. You can still hear stuff going on across the street. And if something happens that you just cannot resist, you can turn around and look, and it's right there. That's the first part of the way. That's going to happen for some. Those of you and those of us that have already been that first part of the way and even inching further, you getting pushed permanently away from everything that no longer serves your highest good. You're getting pushed away from everything that is an emotional, mental, physical, financial, sexual, intellectual drain on your energy and your soul. Everything's getting pushed away that is toxic and negative and doubting and worth and esteem stealing. It's all being pushed away. Do yourself a favor. Don't go grab none of it back. Let it all go. Whatever personal transformations that happen during the month of May are beneficial, and they need to solidify. Can't stress this enough. Do not go start nothing that stops this month. If it stops this month, it's done. Let it go. Positive personal transformation and love and money karma are on their way. They're going to be dispatched during those 3 days, the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Personal positive transformation and love and money karma are on their way. The sun's arrival into bright and breezy Gemini on the 20th solidifies all of this. So, from that 17th to the 20th, big major transformations and the return of love and money karma are on their way. That also signals the beginning of eclipse season and the beginning of the cosmic winds of change, fate, and karma. They're going to start to swirl on the 21st and the 22nd. when the sun and Mercury square up to Jupiter. Anybody that know anything about squares and the sun and Mercury and Jupiter, we already know folks gonna be taking things to the extremes. And there's gonna be an encroachment of our boundaries and our safe zones and spaces. In other words, people just gonna be talking shit. Y'all ready for it? You girded up? The cosmic winds of change, fate, and karma. They start the beginning of it is people going to extremes. People are going to be pushing the envelope. They're going to be pressing their luck. They're going to be feeling froggy and leaping. And if they think they're bad, they're going to challenge you. I expect starting that 21st, 22nd, I expect to see more viral posts of somebody filming somebody going off on somebody. You're gonna see all of that. Karen's and Becky's gonna be getting jacked, and folks gonna be getting mollywopped, and yeah, it's just gonna be a free fall. It really is for them first couple of days. Saturn retrogrades May 23rd. So we got cosmic winds of change, fate, and karma starting to swirl on May 21st and 22nd. And then Saturn, the planet of karma and lessons, it retrogrades May 23rd to October 10th, 4.5 months. Because of the cosmic winds of change and fate and karma and how folks are going to be going to extremes and how boundaries are going to be crossed and how folks are just going to be feeling froggy, when Saturn retrogrades, those that need to be talked to, people, I'm talking about people, relatives, coworkers, whatever, people that need to be talked to, issues that need addressing, and situations that are stale and stalled will all get dealt with one way or another. Because they all, either because the eclipse is coming in a couple of days after Saturn retrogrades, and this eclipse is bringing all of the fated and karmic and change that is necessary for each one of us to continue on our path to our highest good and our highest sovereign self. So all them folks that need to be talked to, cussed out. Did I say some folks gonna get cussed out on the 30 between May 23rd and October 10th? A lot of people gonna get cussed out. A lot of issues gonna come up and get addressed, and it's gonna be bust ups and breakups and reconciliations and contracts are coming. Business partners who've been business partners forever, they busting up, and companies. Saturn retrograde 4.5 months, May 23rd, October 10th. All of this stuff is getting dealt with one way or another. One way or another. If you are the person that need to be cussed out, guess what? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Be prepared for it. Get yourself ready. Those of us that deal with this on a daily basis, and whose karma and actions and intentions have been straight, then you got nothing to worry about. You got nothing but love and goodness coming after the initial phase of this retrograde. First 3.5 days of the Saturn retrograde, yeah, it's coming out of both barrels, and not just in your personal life, politically, the shenanigans and the news, all across everything is going to happen. The Sagittarius lunar eclipse arrives on May 26th, and this one will teach each of us, it'll teach much to each of us that is willing to listen. So Saturn goes retrograde May 23rd. Saturn is the planet of lessons, and for each of us are lessons. So when it goes retrograde, it will go over the most recent lessons and offer the learning and solution part of it. Our part is we have to listen. So the cosmos is so great, they give us Saturn, which is going to bring up these lessons and bring up all of these issues and all of these situations. And after the initial thrust of it, then the Sagittarius lunar eclipse comes on the 26th, and it gives us the wherewithal to be taught, and it gives us the capacity to listen. But we have to be willing. It's a personal choice. So when this eclipse comes and when this retrograde comes at the end of the month, the last week of Saturn, be mindful. Excuse me. Go into your meditation more, go into your prayer life more, go into your breathing, go into whatever it is that grounds you and centers you, and then prepare yourself for the things that are going to be coming at you one way or another. And then once you get to the 26th, practice quiet. Practice quiet, because your answers, not only to the lessons that previously we went through, but your answers and solutions to the things that plague you now or that you think hold you back, they all are going to be revealed to you. But we have to be willing to be quiet and listen. 3 days after that, Mercury retrogrades, May 29th to the 22nd. And this retrograde enforces the slowdown that will push each of us to listen. So you see, even 3 days later, Mercury comes in and retrogrades and gives us even more ointment and more tools and more of an ability to slow it down and listen. You guys see the theme that's happening this month? Listen, declutter and listen, declutter and listen. And then at the end of the month ends up Mars with a Mars-Neptune trine that's going to smack us in the nose with our spiritual lessons. So if you've been doing things spiritually that ain't been on up and up and ain't been on above board, you've been lying to people or gouging people or any of those things spiritually, into May, yeah, you're getting punched in the nose. We're getting punched in the nose. And anybody ever been hit in the nose, you already know how to make you feel. Your eyes water, your nose is running, you be disoriented. For a brief second, you can't see, you don't know where you at. You're at your most vulnerable, yet still wide awake. Think about that. You're at your most vulnerable, yet still wide awake. That's what's happening on the 31st, and that is the overall vibe for the month. Now I'm going to go into some brief highlights for each of the natives. Oh,
Real quick,
yes,
Mark, if it's okay, I wanted to ask you a question.
absolutely.
Now because Mercury is in Gemini, which is like, familiar energy, and it's
Mhm.
on retrograde, would you equate that to Mars and Virgo or no?
Absolutely. I was just, yeah. I was, as soon as you said Mercury and Gemini, I was thinking Mars and Virgo. Yes, absolutely. 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 And with Mercury being in Gemini, again, that is letting us know that regardless if you want to hear it or not, there's another side, and they're gonna be just as loud as one side. Both sides are gonna be equally as loud, and both sides are gonna be equally as adamant about their truth. Yeah, it's shaping up to be, as far as rhetoric. Oh, it's shaping up to be really, really interesting. If watching the rhetoric and the nonsensical junk of society through the eyes of politics, religion, and news, if that thrills you, go to Costco and get you a whole big old case of popcorn already popped, and starting on like the fourth or fifth, you're gonna just plug into your favorite news channel, and yeah, you'll have enough entertainment to hold you for years if all of that drives you, because both sides are gonna be equally, they can both sound persuasive. Whereas, right now, one side sounds like they're full of common sense, and the other side sound like they're full of shit. Well, both sides gonna either sound like they full of shit or common sense or a little bit of both. Ain't gonna be too much of a divide. Highlights for the month for Aries natives. Fresh income streams will be very, very present, especially at and around the full moon, the new moon. And use your persuasive communication skills to navigate into the places and into the situations that you know in your heart you deserve to be in. Start talking this month, Aries, and everywhere that you want to go, you'll get to. Taurus natives, highlight of the month and the focus of the month for you will be creating income streams. Aries natives, you're going to be receiving these fresh income streams. Taurus natives, it is your focus is going to be on creating income streams, restraint, and embracing fresh and new opportunities. The restraint part is going to come because you're going to get pushback from folks in your immediate environment and folks that are close to you when you dive headfirst into creating these income streams. You're gonna get some pushback because you're going to change up how you operate on folks. And Taurus is the native that we can set our clock by as far as how they act and how they do. And when y'all change up, it's like scratching the record, at a party, where the record is playing and just yeah, that's when the Taurus changed direction. Yeah, that's what that's like. So the restraint is more of patience because folks are going to push back on you. Gemini natives, social life upgrades along the line of fun and curiosity. Also, Gemini natives should do everything they can to seek quietness and solitude through meditation or reflection amid the madness of your everyday life. Geminis, you got madness going on in your everyday life this May. And in order to abate that and to tap that down, seek the quiet through meditation and or reflection and journaling that will help you out throughout this entire month. Cancer natives, retreating into solitude and away from the crowd and or company. And when I was writing this and when this came onto me, I put company because I wanted to be nice, but however, highest self was like, no, you need to tell them that company really means family. Cancer natives, retreat into solitude and away from the crowd and away from your family. Away from those that you love the most, that have the easiest opportunity to tip you over and to upset your apple cart. That's going to be a highlight for you. Also, slimming down of your circle to those you truly enjoy connecting with and fellowshipping with. So you got some honesty issues you got to deal with. If you know you don't like connecting with and fellowshipping with certain members of your family, then you're going to have to be honest and you're going to have to retreat into your solitude and away from them. Leo natives. Leo natives can expect an uptick and an improvement in their social lives and in intimate communications about sensitive issues, money issues, if you're going to change job, if you're thinking about moving, if you're thinking of if one of your grandkids, somebody got to move in, something really sensitive, you're going to have those communications are going to be figure strongly in your month. Also, the sharing of your goals and aspirations with loved ones. So there's it just feels like most Leos got pushback from their loved ones about their goals and aspirations. And even though the pushback was there and the negativity was there and the doubt was there, May is the month for you to share those aspirations and goals with those loved ones. If for nothing else, let them know that you were serious about it and that you're not going to be deterred. Virgo natives, focus on your career and stick to the schedule. Virgo natives will know what that means. Virgo natives will know what it means to stick to the schedule. No deviations from the plan. If you got plans and if you got a schedule and you got obligations and responsibilities, stick to them. Also, a lot of Virgo natives will either go back to school this month, will start the process of getting back to school, or they will launch their own educational course and or offing for public consumption. That's the highlight for the Virgo natives for May. Libra natives, your May highlight is philosophy. Your philosophy and adventure zone will be active. I mean, overactive, especially the adventure zone part will be over active. And it's a damn shame you can't read your own writing some days. Also, the overcoming of doubts, fears, and worries. That power will figure strongly with you all month, and especially at the new moon and the 3.5 days that follow. Scorpio natives, the light is still shining brightly on you all. And this is your time. This is your time to shine and your time to strut up and down the catwalk as you see fit. Your highlights for the month of May, a lot of deep thinking around relationships, love, passion, and passion projects, career, and or your overall direction in life. With extreme power and energy in stabilizing and renewing relationships, connections, associations, situations, and endeavors of all kind. Just be mindful of fate, karma, and a past lesson. Take all of those into consideration when you're stabilizing and renewing any relationship, situation, association, endeavor, and or otherwise. Scorpio natives. Sagittarius natives, focus on your love life and how blessed, BLESSED, and blissed, BLISSED, you truly are. You guys are going to get a lot of power and energy and focus into organizing your everyday work life and setting coworker boundaries. Ooh, I wish I could be around a couple of Sagittarius this month when they get to that part, because I know how setting of coworker boundaries. I know how every Sagittarius just love to set some boundaries with their coworkers. Bosses, it's for bosses, owners. If you drive Lyft, you're gonna be setting boundaries with your riders. All of that. This is yeah. Organizing your everyday work life and setting coworker boundaries. Sagittarius natives. Capricorn natives. Capricorn natives, your focus is going to be on reviving yourself and balancing your work play life, uh, because Capricorn natives, y'all just been on the go. Y'all hardly ever come up for air or come up for a breather. And you think that doing something non-productive is an assault on manifesting your dreams and goals and desires. And it really isn't. All work and no play makes a Capricorn very, very dull. Around all month, and especially around the new moon, spontaneity and diving into your passion projects will figure strongly for Capricorn natives. Aquarius natives. Aquarius natives, of all the signs in the zodiac, this sign right here will understand this and get this when I say this. May, for Aquarius natives, May is all about kicking back and enjoying life. And how you're going to accomplish this, Aquarius natives, to where it'll be most beneficial, you must allow yourself to heal from past trauma and forgive family members who have wronged you. Ow. I don't want to do that. I'm the last two I've done talked to about Capricorn and Aquarius, them is both me. And I got more Capricorn in my chart than Aquarius. And according to Western astrology, I'm Aquarius. So yeah, the kickback and enjoy life part, I can do that, but I have to make myself okay with that. Whenever I just kick back and enjoy life, I feel like I'm slowing down the manifestation of my goals and desires and active pursuits. That part I can deal with. The healing of past trauma, I can deal with. There's a few folks on this call, I'm not going to name anybody's name and put nobody on Front Street. Know for a fact I give zero fucks about forgiving my family who may have hurt me. So I'm going to have to deal with it. I'm going to have to face that this month in order to get all of the benefits out of the blessing that is this month of May 2021. And finally, Pisces. Pisces natives, your highlight for the month will be family togetherness. The coming together, the mending of fences, the bridging of the rebuilding of bridges, family togetherness. Also for Pisces natives, new ideas and new projects will occupy the majority of your time. And with that, that's the highlights for each one of us. Know for a fact that every planet and every sign is in your chart. So some of this is going to cover each sign. You're going to go through a little bit of each sign. It just depends on where the sign is in your chart, what houses it's in, and how it manifests that way. If you want a specific breakdown of what May is going to do for you, take this recording and then pull up your own natal chart and see where your aspects are concerning these different planets and these different placements, and you'll get a full understanding of what's going on with you for the month of May. Let's see, I'm gonna go here. Now I'm gonna open it up. Anybody got any comments, concerns? Anybody want to share anything? Anybody want to add anything to this that I may have left out? I don't know everything, but I know a lot. But I don't know everything. So I'm opening it up for anybody who wants to add.
I just want to say that was very insightful.
Thank you much.
Yeah, everything that's going on in my life right now, it's like check. So yeah, very accurate.
Much
Very
appreciated. Go ahead, Lemons. You were saying?
Thank you.
You're much welcome. You're most welcome. Most welcome. Most welcome. As we process towards the new moon on the 11th, take the time between now and then to just start decluttering your life. Start decluttering, make a list all of the things you do spiritually and draw a line down the middle of the paper. On the left are the things you are good with and you want to keep. On the right, put the things that have served their purpose and you want to transition from. Physically, same thing. Do that with diet and exercise, and mentally do that with, how are you going to focus your mind and what you're going to allow your mind to focus on, and emotionally, what are you going to give your heart energy to, and what are you going to attach yourself to, and then intellectually, what things are you going to bring into yourself for improvement, and financially, how are you going to get on a better footing of self-sustenance, and then sexually and interpersonally, how am I going to be dealing with people every day in my life and those that I love and those that I'm intimate with, and start to declutter. There are things that we, on each one of those levels, that we do that maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, they were very beneficial to us, that we still do now because they're just out of habit and routine, that no longer serve our highest good or no longer align with our soul. It's okay to let them go. It's okay to let that stuff go. It's okay to evolve. When I was 22 years old, I played basketball all day long to stay in shape. 32, 42, that stuff changed. 52, now 58, I do other things. I walk more. I'm not running anywhere. I walk. I've evolved. I've evolved my exercise program. I've evolved my physical program. I've evolved my spiritual program, mental, the things that I give emotional and mental energy to. I've evolved. I've changed those things over the years. Now, these 10 days, we take the time to do that so that when we get to this new moon on the 11th, we can be completely clear and be anticipatory and ready for all of the fate and karma and change that is specifically for each one of us. They can just march in and fill those spots perfectly with ease and grace, with ease and grace, with ease and grace. So with that, I'm going to close. And again, thank you guys for coming here. Thank you guys for trusting me with some of your spiritual education. I'm truly honored to be able to be in this position, and I'm very, very grateful. And let's see. Spirit Butterfly, you are the weekly winner of the reading. Plus, we need to. I've done a couple of readings, and we hit and miss. So when you don't have to speak up on the call right now. You don't have to say anything. But as soon as we get off the call, email me your availability tomorrow, Monday, or Wednesday. Email your availability to me, and I will send you a Zoom link for that, and we will go ahead and take care of that. And if I'm correct, I think I sent you the reports for your current birth year, but if I haven't done that, and I'll be able to figure that out real quick. If I haven't done that, I'll send those out to you as well. And then you can read over them prior to our call. Sounds good to you? Just give me a thumbs up in the box if you want. And with that, we are done. So I'm thankful and grateful. And I ask everybody, send me some peace of mind energy and positive outcome energy. I'm going to Serious Talks next week about acquiring a abandoned and rundown radio station here in Las Vegas. So send me positive outcome energy and peace of mind energy, and as I'm navigating my way through those negotiations, and look forward to one way or another. Tuesday, I will have an announcement concerning said radio station. So with that, hearts and minds clear. Start rubbing your hands together the same way we started with those deep breaths. Let's in, breathe in, hold, release, breathe in, hold, release, breathe in, hold, release. Two more. Breathe in, hold, release. And on this last one, fill them all the way up. Breathe in. Come on. Fill it up. Hold and release. Again, thank you. This has been On the Sevens with Pythias B. Metatron. We are grateful. We are thankful. And we want you to know that keep coming back, because your master self awaits you right here. Thank you all for being here. Good night and goodbye for now.